What's up, pretty gang? It's your girl, Pretty Girl Jew, and yes, I am back with another Sisters episode recap video. Before we get into things, go ahead and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please and thank you. As always, I let you guys know how many followers or subscribers we gain from one video to the next. And so last video, I was at 188. This video, we are at 278. So 90 subscribers. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I'm on track to be monetized, I would think, before my birthday, which is in July. And it looks like the baddies content is what the people like to see. So the baddies content went up. The video is almost at 10,000 views. YouTube shows significantly lower, but the YouTube studio always shows differently. Yeah, so thank you guys again. Once you subscribe, make sure you drop the number subscriber you are in the comment section below, and also let me know where you're from. I love to get to know you guys. I am one of those YouTubers that I actually get in the comments. I talk to you guys. I chat with you guys, because in real life I don't talk to too many people. So this is where I find my source of entertainment. This is where I socialize. So go ahead and kick it with me in the comments. So yes, we got a lot to get into. Sisters season 7 episode 3. So I'm done talking. I know what y'all came here for, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. Let's go. So the episode starts at the law firm. Fatima is talking to Andy, pretty much letting her know what's been going on, that they've mentioned her name while she was away. Hayden then is included in the conversation, and he pretty much tells Andy, like, yo, when it goes down like this, somebody is about to get thrown under the bus. And if you don't mention my name when you talking to them people, I won't mention yours. So Andy's pretty much like, sure, okay, cool. Like, deal, whatever. Just please don't mention my name. And so, I don't know. I feel that Andy is in a very vulnerable state career-wise, because she is the one at the firm that has been involved on a more serious level with Gary. She is going to be more so of a target, because like the man said when he walked into her office, like, you bringing too much bullshit to this firm. Like, you're a liability, basically, in so many words. And so I feel as though Andy is going to confide in Hayden a little too much, thinking that she has a partner in him. But I also feel that because Fatima doesn't trust Hayden, that he's not going to really be able to get over on Andy like he feels he will. What do you guys think about that, though? Because the previews show that Hayden is going to be on the phone with Gary and tell him, hey, I'll help you stay out of jail if you help me take down Andy. Because it seems as though there's a position open at the firm since that man passed away in Andy's office. And Andy, in the preview for the next episode, was speaking to Fatima and has an interest in that position. And if you guys go back a couple seasons, Andy and Hayden are always in competition for a higher position within the firm. So last recap, I asked you guys, where do you guys think Hayden's character is going to go? What does this mean for Hayden and Gary? Now I believe we have the answer to that. His character is going to now be more focused on taking Andy down because of this common interest in the new position that's become available. So let me know what you guys think about that. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and move on to the next talking point. So now we are at the shop, and suddenly Karen's lights get turned off. A few moments later, a white lady who I would want no interactions with walks in. I think she said she was the property manager, building owner, something to that effect. She basically came in to tell Karen, hey, where's your rent? Because your the funds are insufficient. And so Karen is like, what the? Well, I'm about to have a grand opening. I'll have it to you tomorrow. She's like, well, unless you want to have your grand opening in the dark, basically I'm going to need that now. And so Karen went ahead, did a bank transfer from personal to business account, and got that taken care of. Now, this lady that walked in, I can just tell she is going to be a problem in the near future. I feel like she's going to be one of those ladies that pop into that shop every chance she gets, over something very small. Kind of like, what was it? Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah. I think it's going to be one of those situations where this lady comes at the most random times, the most inconvenient times, and it's always a problem. But I guess let me know what you guys think. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get into the next talking point. Before we continue speaking on Sistas, I do want to remind you guys that I am doing a subscriber giveaway since I have reached my 200 subscriber count. And then, of course, once I reach my 400 subscriber count, I'll be doing another giveaway. The giveaway will be for a $25 gift card or a 25, if you're local, coupon items from my stockpile worth $25 in value. In value. In value. So let me make that very clear. Not a $25 bundle, but a $25 bundle that's valued at $25. An actual $25 bundle would cost more in the store, if that makes sense. So $25 gift card, $25 bundle that is valued at $25 would be the prizes. The bundle options are of my choice, but you do get to choose from a few different options. So you must be following me on Instagram. You must be subscribed to me on here, which is YouTube. Once you do both, send me a screenshot to my Instagram DM. It will go to my request box, but that will let me know that you're not a bot, and then I could accept you, if that makes sense. So FYI, my Instagram is private because I do not like bots. I don't like the people every time I make a post or use hashtags in the comment section. Oh, post it on here and all that weird ass shit. I don't like that. So anyways, just wanted to let you guys know about the giveaway. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Send me a screenshot of both to my Instagram DM. Instagram page is right here on the screen in front of you. So let's go ahead and continue with what we were talking about. Okay, picking up where we left off. Hayden and Gary, I might as well call him Hayden. Hayden and Gary were on the phone. And basically, Gary calls Hayden and asks him for help. After Hayden is pretty much like, nah, wrong one, not doing it. He hangs up the phone with Gary, and then we see Tamara is there in the scene. And after he hangs up, Hayden says, this is a bad idea. I don't know if you guys caught that. And then Tamara says, fuck his hating ass. So when he said this is a bad idea, what do you guys think he was referring to? Like, who's up to what? Go back and watch it because y'all may have missed that. But as soon as he hung up the phone, he shook his head. He was like, basically, I don't got time for him. I don't got time for you type shit. And then he mentioned that this is a bad idea. And that's when she responded, fuck his hating ass. I would really like to know what's the bad idea. Like, what's the bad idea? You just told him that you weren't going to help him. So what idea are you talking about? Also, do you think that Tamara really likes Hayden? Or do you think that she is still after her ultimate goal and she's just playing a role? Because, of course, Hayden said, well, I really don't trust you. And she's, again, playing a role. Don't need you to trust me, doing what a finesser does. Do you think she's still working with Fatima to keep her foot on Hayden's neck, to keep, kind of keep him occupied? Like, what do you guys think the deal is with that? Do you think that Hayden and Tamara's relationship will eventually become, like, serious? No more bullshit, no more games? Let me know again in the comments below. I'd like to know what you guys think. So now we're at Danny's house, and the therapist has come for their first session. And who knows if it'll be the first or the last. But it went terribly because Danny didn't put forth any effort. And I personally feel like she just wasted that lady's time. Granted, this is acting, but if I'm putting myself in this sister's world, she wasted that lady's time. She knew she wasn't ready to speak with somebody, but she knew that, okay, my friends and my man, they're all suggesting this, I should give it a try. That's okay for you to come to the conclusion like, okay, maybe I should give it a try. But give it a try when you're really ready to give it a try. So they've already convinced you that you need it, and they've convinced you to seek some help. You've been convinced. Good, cool, got it. Don't rush a process like that. And just like the therapist said, like, you don't want to waste your money and you don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. Although I'm getting paid for it, because this is, this is a passion for me. This is my career. This is what I love to do. I'm here to help you. But if you don't want to be helped, then let me know so I can go, and that's me too. Like with any situation, like I'll take the money. But think of it this way. Think of it as, have you ever had a situation where you got your hair done? Or if you're a stylist, where you've done someone's hair and then you notice within like days, like literally within days, not even a full week, the person has taken down the style. So you're not upset that they took down the style. You're upset that they took down the style in such a short amount of time without telling you if whether or not they had an issue with the style. So then you looking in, you're like, well, damn, like, did I fuck your hair up, or did I, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel away because even though you still got paid, you still gonna feel away because that's your work that you put in, that time that you put in. You see what I'm saying? And you feel like it was taken for granted. So yeah, you're gonna feel away. It's the same type of situation. Like, yeah, I'm getting paid for this, but I done drove over here with a game plan to try to open you up and get to the bottom of some issues for you to just sit here and say, you don't need me. Like, bitch, then why am I here? So I don't know. That's how I feel about that situation. Again, I've mentioned this before in my previous recaps. I'll mention it again. I'm just curious to see when Danny's character is actually going to develop, because Danny has been the same Danny since season 1. And we've seen, I would say even too, Fatima's character a little more development, because her character is centered around that law firm and Zach and all his problems. Is she going to go to school, law school, like she's been saying she wanted? What's up with her too? Karen, even though things have gone backwards for her, we still see a story with her and a story developing because she's pregnant. We see Sabrina, she wants a new promotion. Andy wants a new promotion. So we see things with the other ladies. I'm not saying Fatima is stagnant or just doesn't have, like, I can see where Fatima's character can be developed, but I don't see in what direction. If Danny's character does develop, how? That's what I'm wondering. And if you guys can see that, drop it in the comments below, because I'm curious to know your thoughts on that. But let's go ahead and move on to our next scene. Hey y'all, FYI, I'm gonna be working and talking, but so we're at Karen's shop, and we're now made aware that Pam is the reason why the rent didn't come out of the business account, because Pam ass was too busy ordering goat cum and shit. So we now know what happened there. But then also during this scene, the delivery guy who Karen had called back to pick up the stuff, he seems, and this isn't the first episode, but since the moment he walked into her shop, he seems to have an interest in Karen. And so my question to you all is, how do you guys feel about men who come on to women who are visibly and obviously pregnant? It's one thing if you're not pregnant, or if you are pregnant, it's hard to see because they don't know. But in my opinion, when someone is visibly pregnant, to me, that's, even if they're not, that is a signal to me that they are involved with someone, even if they're not. Let's say that person and them broke up before she knew she was pregnant or during the pregnancy, whatever the case may be. Seeing a pregnant person means, sorry y'all, my damn audio cut out because my battery about to die. But anyway, seeing a pregnant person to me means unavailable. That equates to unavailable. I think that it's safe to assume that if you see someone who is obviously and visibly pregnant, that they are unavailable. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, like they're unavailable. They got bigger shit to worry about right now than starting a new relationship with a man. They need to worry about the new relationship that's forming inside of their bodies, and building the relationship that is healthy for a good co-parenting relationship with the person who got them pregnant. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. How do you guys feel? Again, the question was, how do you guys feel about pregnant men who come on to women who are clearly pregnant? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay, so this next scene we're about to get into is actually still at Karen's shop, where the girls arrive for her grand opening. The women come in late. All of them were supposed to help Karen decorate. They never did. Karen visibly upset, which I feel rightfully so, because not only did they not help her as promised, but they did not, they came in and made her moment about them. They were too consumed in their own problems and didn't realize, like, okay, let's put our shit to the side and let's be here to support our friend, especially since she was already upset that they weren't there to help. And then, of course, she started throwing a little Fatima shots in their face, mentioning Fatima. And so they were like, oh, well, is that what this is about, Fatima? And so they went on to tell her, like, we invited you to the brunch. So let's not make it seem like we just dished you for her. It wasn't like that. We invited you. You cussed us out, told us no. And so we went with the next option. Like, the fuck? And so, how do you guys feel about that? Because last we checked, coming off of season 6 to the season we're on now, Karen and Fatima were on better terms. She seemed to be a lot more friendly. She was dropping off stuff for Zach's child. Her and Fatima seemed cordial. It didn't seem like there was any animosity. And then here we are, fast forward to season 7, episode 3. Fatima is showing signs of, I don't want to say jealous, but for lack of better terms, I'm going to say that. She's becoming more skeptical, I guess, of Karen's pregnancy the further along she becomes. I feel like Karen has always been jealous of Fatima, but I just don't understand why she's so wishy-washy. I don't really like the flip-floppy wishy-washy ass shit. I'm not really with all that. And then she mentions that she wished Zach maybe would have showed up. So I guess why? And then she's like, oh, he's the father of my child. But it's like, yeah, but girl, like, that's all he is. And the child isn't even here yet. So girl, get over it. And I kind of think that that's why Danny, on the next episode, we're going to see Danny pretty much have a conversation with Zach and let Zach know, like, you need to get a fucking DNA test. Like, you need to make sure that you demand Karen give you a DNA test. I'm about to risk going to pick up my son while I'm clocked in. But our calls are so slow, y'all. So pray I don't get a call, because they done been on people's ass about this. But, anywho, so yeah. Let me know what y'all think about the whole scene when they were, where Fatima name came up. And then also where she mentioned how she wished Zach maybe would have just showed up, just, I guess, for support. Like, why do y'all think it's so hard for Karen to let Zach go? And what do you guys think it's going to take for her to let him go? Okay, y'all, I'm back from picking up my son, and I didn't get a call, so I'm safe. But my next question to you guys is, because I've seen commentary stating that people believe Fatima is jealous or showing signs of jealousy. I think I mentioned this on my last recap. Make sure y'all take a look at my other recaps, because they'll maybe make the ones that come along the way make more sense. But I don't understand how she could be jealous of Karen when she's literally engaged and living with the man that Karen hates her guts over. Like, you hate my guts over this man, and this man is over here with me, and he will not leave me no matter what. That's why you're mad. But what would be Fatima's reason for being mad? At this point, I just feel like she's over the bullshit. And she kind of made it clear in this last episode, like, Zach, I don't know how much more of this shit I can take. Like, we need to get this DNA test. That way we can know once and for all if this is your child, know how to move forward. And if it's not your child, this bitch can go away, like, for real. So I feel like that's the point Fatima is at. For lack of better terms, I said jealousy, but I guess more so fed up is a better word. But I guess, again, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and move forward to our next talking point. Now, child, let me tell y'all something about this scene right here. This scene about pissed me the hell off, because Gary is just creeping me out this season. I do not like the direction his character is taking. But now we're in his office and he's called Penelope there to apologize, basically to finesse her ass, long story short. And so as he's trying to finesse her, he purposely spills food on her, which would then required her to leave his office to go clean herself up. But in doing so, she left her purse behind. Rightfully so. This is your man. Who wouldn't leave their purse around their man? Now, someone like me is just an instinct. I'm going to take my purse with me. But to each their own. I guess it is more safe to you would feel more safe leaving your purse around your man than just leaving it around anybody or just leaving it in a vacant office, I suppose. So I don't know. But she left her purse, went to go to the bathroom to clean up, and then he started going through her wallet, took out her cards, took a picture of them, put them back, and pretty much acted as though nothing happened. So my question to y'all is, what do y'all think he's up to? Or why did he need all of her cards? We will see in a scene where he's working with, never mind, I'll get into that. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck Gary got going on, but what do y'all think ultimately he's trying to do? And why is he doing this to the mother of his child? Like, he just did not seem like this type of person for the past 5 seasons. We get to the middle end of season 6 and now here, and it's just like a whole different person. It's like night and day. We didn't even see any of this coming, you know? We didn't see, you know how there are warning signs, red flags, that he would become like this, like crazy, insane? I don't recall seeing any warning signs. Yes, we seen warning signs that he was just ain't shit. But that's as a man in a relationship with Andy. I never knew that he was a scammer or would scam someone that he has a child with. And then do y'all remember his first wife, who he also had kids by? We don't even see or hear anything about her or his kids, because technically this is not Gary's first child. So I don't know. Those are just gaps that, you know, Tyler Perry and his writers, that's an example of a gap that they leave in storylines. And I think that including those gaps would make the storylines more solid, if that makes sense. But I guess tell me what y'all think is going on with Gary down below. What do y'all think he's up to? So now we're back at Karen's shop, and I'm going through, the way I do my recaps is I go through scene by scene. So as I'm watching the show, I take notes on the things that I want to talk about. That way I can stay in line and in order. So everything that I'm discussing is literally in order how it happened on the show. So anyways, so now we're back at Karen's shop, and Zach is there with the flowers, practicing what he gonna say to her, because he wants to ask her in this moment, of all moments, for a DNA test. Before he even gets the chance to step out of the car, Karen's mom spots him, hops in the car, and basically lets him know, we not even finna do that. Like, don't do it. Send her a text message, tell her congratulations, keep that shit pushing, because what you're doing by bringing flowers and all of this extra shit, smelling real good, what you're doing is you're sending mixed signals to my daughter, who already clearly still has feelings for you. So it would be best if you left. And I think that she was absolutely right. She said everything that needed to be said in that situation. Karen already still feels for you. So for you to come up in here with flowers and smelling all good, looking all nice, like, come on now. How is she going to take that? Come on. Like, let's be for real if we going to be anything. So I totally agree with Karen's mother in this situation, because don't nobody got time for Karen's bullshit, for real. Ain't nobody got time for her. She don't get it. And that's basically what her mother is saying. Like, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. She still wants you. So whatever you're willing to give her, she's going to take that inch and run with it, you know? So let's not give her anything to run with. Let's just go. Give her a text message. Remember, she said, "Oh, you smelling good, like some expensive cologne. You got flowers. Like, these are the signals, you know? So let's just go. Go ahead and go, Zach." Also, how do you guys feel about him wanting to take this moment of all moments to ask her for a DNA test? Do y'all think it was basically like, if not now, then when? Or do y'all feel like, nah, Zach, you could have found a different time to do that. Go ahead and let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Now, our next topic, I did speak on this briefly, so I'll just add to it. This is when Karen pretty much was talking to the girls, and she mentioned that, she wished Zach would show up. And I just feel like I hate how they tiptoe around her. The only person that don't play with her ass is Danny. But Sabrina and Andy, they gonna play in her face all day. Danny plays with her, but it's more in a sarcastic way, because Danny has made it very clear since him and Fatima started, you should move on. He loves her. He's with her. So Danny ain't for none. You can't really play in Danny's face. If anything, you're just going to irritate her, which is why we're going to see next episode. She's going to tell Zach, listen, you need to get this DNA test. I'm tired of this shit. But anyways, I just don't like the way that they tiptoe around her and allow her and enable her to live in this world of delusion. She's fucking insane, for real. But what I do want to talk about is the conversation between Sabrina and Rich. So last episode, we kind of asked, how is this going to play out with them going forward? Because he got up out that jam, and we didn't know whether or not he was going to answer the phone for Sabrina the next day, whether he was, how was that going to go? Was he just going to up and dump her, tell her she doing too much, this ain't going to work out? So it looks like they, baby, this is another controversial subject that came up within this episode. But long story short, they went out, or they went to somewhere. I don't know if he owns the place or whatever, but they were somewhere. They had a drink. They had a talk. He basically reiterated to her the reason he don't want kids, and then the reason why. Basically saying he grew up, he has a lot of siblings, a lot of nieces and nephews, and he grew up taking care of them as if they were his children. So now he's to the point where he basically don't want that responsibility of his own permanently. And so Sabrina's just sitting there looking stupid, honestly, and gonna accept the fact that he doesn't want kids, he doesn't want marriage, but she's willing to give it a try. She's willing to see where it goes. And so how do y'all feel about that? Because in other words, she's settling. But as I mentioned last recap, is she just settling for now? Is she settling because he's something to do? Because there's nothing else to do? You feel me? So if someone, like I said, last episode, what if somebody else comes along, she click with them, they get to talking, and she figure out that this person indeed wants what she wants? I don't think Rich is going to be around then at that point, because why would I settle for you when I have this over here ready to give me everything that I want and deserve? So again, let me know in the comment section below, what do y'all think? What do y'all see in these two's future? What do you see in Sabrina and Rich's future? Do you think he'll eventually change his mind and want to marry and or have children with her? Or do you think that Sabrina is settling until there's something better that comes along? We are nearing the end of this recap. However, I do want to remind you guys of the giveaway. The giveaway is for a $25 gift card, or if you're local, you will receive $25 worth of product from my stockpile, of which I will choose. You will have options to choose from, but I will decide what it is that you can choose from, if that makes sense. So in order to qualify, make sure that you A, subscribe here on YouTube, B, follow me on Instagram, and then once you follow me on Instagram, take a screenshot that you followed me and that you've subscribed, send it to me in my inbox. That way I know you're not a bot and I can actually accept your requests. So anyways, let's go ahead and move forward. Fatima is at the house. She's rushing out. Zach is coming in. She's basically like, yeah, I got to get back to work. Gary is being investigated by the feds. She then inquires about the flowers in his hand, thinking they are for her, and then he tells her politely that they were indeed for Karen. She's like, for Karen? The fuck? And so then he explained the situation. She pretty much was like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you need to get that DNA test. And that's just what it is. I just don't know how much more of this I can take. Like, DNA test is, to me, it sounds like it's almost something that she's going to say, hey, I'll fuck with you when you come back with those results type shit. Like, I feel like she's damn near at that point. Like, if you don't get the DNA test, this is going to jeopardize your relationship. And then guess who's going to feel like they have the upper hand? Y'all already know, Karen, right? So basically, they have that conversation. She leaves, and then he calls Gary. Now, what do y'all think? Because a lot of people, I've seen commentary where people are asking, what does Zach do for a living? Like, we know he invested in some stocks, got some money, owns the property next door. But, like, he has more money than what those assets would acquire, if that makes sense. So, it's like, where are you getting all this money from? So, him calling Gary, which if you watch Zatima, it might make a little more sense. But him calling Gary, it kind of lets me know that he may have some business dealings with Gary. And so if the feds are after Gary, obviously because of some fraud, then whatever money Zach has tied up with Gary is gone. So, and then you're fighting this case to get your son back, and you potentially, assuming that Karen's child is his, because we don't know that it's not, you got this child on the way. It's like, my guy, you got a lot of shit going on. You might want to have to buckle down, because it's like, of all people, you invest your money with Gary. And I feel as though if that is the case, Fatima don't know. Fatima would not approve of him doing business with Gary. So, my bad, it cut off a little bit, but I got a call while I was recording. But like I was saying, Fatima would not approve of him working with him, investing his money with Gary. He wouldn't approve of him dealing with Gary on any level. So how do y'all think, let's assume he did invest some of his money with Gary. How do y'all think this is going to play out once Fatima finds out? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. All right, so wrapping this video up, again, don't forget to enter into the giveaway. How to enter: subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, send me a screenshot of you following me, and subscribe to my YouTube, to my Instagram inbox. Once I see your message in my request box, I'll approve you as a friend. That way I know you're not a bot, okay? But anyways, so this final scene, we have Gary in his office. He's upset. None of the women he deals with or have dealt with are answering the phone. He's calling Hayden all type of weasels and what have you. And then he's accusing one of Andy's exes of the one being the person that sicked the feds on him. A lot of people are saying that they think it was Robin, and that's actually not too far-fetched. That's honestly right on target. Because if it is any one of Andy's exes, he would be the only one with that type of pull, if that makes sense. But what do you guys think, or who do you guys think has drawn this much attention to Gary's business? And with that guy also being at that computer, he's mentioned to Gary how he did what he did in all of Penelope's life insurance policies, and he did say that with an S. I heard plural. Have been updated, and Gary has access to her accounts with an S. What accounts? Well, I know what accounts. Her life insurance policy accounts. For those of you who don't know, of course, as you see, I've just posted on the screen, I am a licensed life insurance agent, and I'll eventually be selling life insurance and other retirement investment products. But there are life insurance policies that allow you access to the cash value. It's called a living benefit. And that living benefit is partially your death benefit, which is automatic. When you die, your people get this much. But then the other part is the cash value, which you can borrow from while you're living. But that's another story for a different day, which is why I want you guys to subscribe to follow me on Instagram, because I plan to post a lot of visuals, financial literacy type of content to my Instagram on my page. And so that would be the best place to get that information. But moving along, what do you guys think he's up to? I don't want to think the worst, so I don't want to assume that he's going to somehow set her up to DIE and then collect from the policy. I don't see Sisters being that dark. Like, I don't see, there's no one that has died or been murdered. You know, it's not that type of show. So I don't see something like that happening. However, he can, as I just mentioned, the cash value, he can go in and wipe out all of her accounts. And if you know about life insurance policies, who knows if she was responsible and started her policies early, or if she's well off and is able to contribute a lot monthly to her premium, she may have a significant amount of money if you combine all of those policies. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm actually about to go ahead and get up out of here. This video is around a 30-minute mark, so it's in that ballpark. I want you guys to be able to enjoy it and get to chit-chatting down in the comments, okay? Again, like, comment, subscribe. Once you subscribe, drop the number subscriber you are and where you are located in the comment section below, okay? Until next video, deuces.